on a Saturday. I figured I'm still glaring, and I have all, well, I guess I don't have all my curtains closed. It's like 112 out. Everything's buttoned down as much as possible to keep it cool inside. Yeah, it's definitely August in the desert. It's not bad. Um, I don't, the direction my camper sits right now, I get about it in maybe 1 or 2 hours. That I get really hot afternoon sun, but as long as I have a thick, like, comes off the bathroom in the bunk room, and so then it keeps the rest of the camper fine. Even in super hot. It's going to be 115 this week, predicted, for a couple days. Yay, us. We need rain. So pray for monsoon. We did have rain the other night. It was so third, well, Thursday night, Friday morning. It had to be Friday, early Friday morning. I got up yesterday morning to go pick up my friend for work and took the dogs out, and I'm like, oh, it rained. The lot that I'm on isn't like gravelly pea gravel, it's just mostly sand. So when it rains, you can actually tell. And I'm like, I had a dream about rain. And I didn't even remember it until I went outside and noticed that it had rain. So evidently, I heard it in my sleep and I was dreaming about rain. It must have not been a whole lot because I didn't see lots of puddles or flash flooding or anything, but it had to have been steady because it, you could see it on the sand and my car. I actually had to use my windshield wipers to clean the dust off. We definitely need rain. We need rain up north. It's burning, so we need rain up there. It's creating its own weather systems and fire nados and kinds of crazy stuff. But anyway, I am early before I go out and feed the stoners and drive the ducks. Um, it is still light outside. The sun is not even down yet. But I wanted to come on and talk about why I decided to do a summit instead of my beautiful fucking mess workshop this August, this month. The Lionsgate portal is awesome, like massively transformational. It started, don't quote me on the dates, but I believe the 26th or the 27th, and it runs through the 12th or the 14th. But 8-8 is the peak. And the 8 energy is powerful transformation. It's infinity energy, it's wealth, it's abundance, it is transformation. So in this Lionsgate portal, if we lean in, it can create massive transformation. It calls you back to your soul to remember who you came here to be, even through grief, even through losing a child. It really is resurrection energy. And no matter where you are on your journey, if you've been through the loss of a child or you have children with addiction and mental health issues and you go through that grief, that can go on for years and years and years, even if you don't lose them to death. This is where you can come and lean in and learn how to process through and learn new tools and new skills and new knowledge to help walk with the grief. It's never going away. Grief is part of life. We all have grief. It's any perceived loss causes grief. Everybody has it. Not everybody goes through massive events, but everybody loses a loved one at some point. And we all go through grief. Losing a child is not anything I would ever want to have done. Obviously, we chose this before we came into this human experience, but losing two in 8 months was unfathomable. No, sorry, somebody was calling me. My kid, one of my kids, and he could just wait. But it forced me, well, it didn't force me, but when you experience that epic tragedy and extreme grief, you have two choices. You get stuck and you can take yourself out. Even if you don't take yourself out and die, you can take yourself out of living and just exist. Or you can lean in and walk through that fire, walk through that portal of grief, and come out the other side. Whereas the grief doesn't go away. The sadness comes and goes. The grief is always there. I miss my boys. I would give it anything to have them back in human form. I would give anything just to spend another moment of my oldest kid. I hadn't hugged in years because he was in prison. And I hadn't seen him in person for a few years. He was only out for a few months and we were 1,800 miles apart. So I would give anything to hug him a last time or again. But that's not possible. But he's always with me. I always have them with me. They talk to me on a regular basis. They send me messages. They send me signs. I know that they help direct my path and help with clarity of, what is my next step? Or they told me by channeling that they will continue their purpose and their soul contracts through me. So how can I argue with that? But you have to make that choice and that decision to lean in and let the grief crack you open, shatter you, and then you learn what's important and what's not. All the unimportant stuff just falls away, and you realize what is left is what you came here to learn, and what you came, and that's soul level. We made choices before we came into this human experience to learn specific lessons and to have a specific purpose. And you don't do that by not being aware and not sitting with the emotions, the events, the sadness, the grief, if you don't lean in and pay attention, you miss it. And my biggest lesson through all of this is if I hadn't lost my boys, I wouldn't have the clarity that I have. I wouldn't have stripped away all that's not important. I mean, I walked through the fire and I came out. You can't be unchanged. You come out a different person. You come out with different mindsets and different beliefs and different priorities. And yes, the grief still comes, the sadness still comes, and you know, you hear a song on the radio and you're bawling your eyes out, or I find coins on the ground because that's what my oldest sends me. And it comes in moments, it comes in waves, but it doesn't stop me from having joy. It doesn't stop me from being passionate and from helping and serving and leading others. And I can walk with people through that journey because I've been there. For me, that's the ultimate thing, is to be able to say, okay, I've been here and I know what you're feeling, I know what you're experiencing, and I can hold space for you, and I can walk with you through it. Nobody experiences grief exactly the same, and even between my two boys, the grieving was absolutely different. But the emotional waves, the process of it is similar. And knowing that somebody has experienced what you have allows them to hold space for you. I didn't have that. I had amazing support, and I would not be here. I am sure that I would not be here if I didn't have the support I did. But having experienced child loss, I didn't have. And I can be that for other parents. And understanding grief in new depths. I can help other people that are grieving, for 20 years. I've gone through different types and stages of grief and had no idea because I dealt with kids that have mental health issues and addiction issues, and we still are, The trauma that is and was unprocessed led to issues as adults and passed down generationally to my grandchildren. So that's still, part of our lives. But I can be the one that breaks those curses and breaks those generational energies and helps them see that they don't have to live that way, that they can work through it, that they can face it, and get to the root cause. It doesn't take years and years of talk therapy. You can do energetic work. You can do like my Wet My Soul for a Day thing, 8 hours. We can do a lot of transformation and a lot of healing in 8 hours. You're not broken. You just need new perspective and new tools and skills and the energy work. And I'm not just going to let you spend 8 hours with you for a day and let you just not be supported afterwards. It's it's ongoing. And there's that relationship that we build. Help each other. That's what community is all about. And that is, we were not meant to go through this life all by ourselves. We're not meant to do it alone. you need support, you need other people, you need soul family, you need your family, you need mentors and guides, and wherever you're at, you will connect with the right people if you just seek that, if you ask them the right questions, if you are searching, it will come. But if you're stuck in that spiral of grief and trauma and not knowing where to go, then you won't get the answers if you're not seeking them. They're not just going to come. You're going to be stuck. And that's why I said, if I didn't have the support I had, I wouldn't have made it through. I don't know that I would have been here, not been here physically, but I wouldn't have been here in the same way, holistically, mentally, physically, spiritually. I would have not come through it and been able to say, yes, I'm here, I will help you. And I'd have still been stuck in the guilt and the shame and the resentment and the anger, all of it. And you still have those moments, but you learn how to process through it in the moment, and you learn new tools and new skills so that it doesn't get stuck. Because when it gets stuck in our body, then we get physically sick. Well, we start having mental health issues, and I'm sure that there are parents who've lost kids that have turned to addiction also. I don't know statistics, but I'm sure that it happens. So that's why I wanted to do this summit, because I can bring my superpower is creating safe spaces for people to come and talk about who they are and tell their stories and how they saw others or what gifts they bring into the world. And the audience can come and see and connect. And our stories are vital because our stories help other people. So come listen. We have 4 awesome speakers besides me so far. I'm expecting we'll have a couple or a few more by the time we go live on Friday. But it's going to be very powerful and very transformational. It's going to be live broadcast just like this, actually from the same format. It'll be live streamed to my Facebook, to my YouTube, and my LinkedIn. And then all of the speakers have the option to connect 3 of their channels also. So it will be all over. Please come and register so we can connect with you though. And there is a VIP option. It's $88. You get recordings for life, because obviously even when it's live streamed, they're going to go away at some point. Facebook takes them away in 30 days. I don't know about LinkedIn. On my YouTube, I will leave it up for a short time, and then it will become a private video for only the VIPs. So you'll get those. If you're a VIP, you get those forever. You'll get the link from my YouTube. You can download it. You can do whatever. You'll get a free session one-on-one with me. I know that the speakers have either freebies or discounts or offers that they will throw in and announce, and I'll be putting up posts this week about each of them, so you'll know who they are and what they do and what they have to offer. So come register so we can connect. And the VIPs will also be put into a private group, into the beautiful fucking mess group. You will become part of that and have support there too. And if you purchase the VIP package and you refer 2 people, yours is free. Because if you refer somebody and they purchase the VIP, I'm going to send you $44. So 2 people pays for your ticket. We rise together. So if I can encourage you to purchase a VIP ticket and bring a friend along and bring 2 or 3 or 4, more people get exposure and you get money in your pocket, or you get a free ticket plus money in your pocket. Win-win, right? So if you have any questions, comment, message me privately. The link is in the description for registration. And once you fill out that form for the registration, it'll take you to like the thank you page or whatever, and gives you a link if you want to purchase the VIP. If you have any issues, reach out. We'll walk you through it, or I'll send you the payment links. It doesn't matter. But yeah, please register so we can all connect, and you can, the VIPs will get to be in a private chat with all of the speakers and get to connect that way. And that's where relationships form and collaborations form, and you might meet your next mentor or your next coach. And those are benefits that are way higher value than $88. So even a one-on-one with me is worth more than $88. If you spend an hour with me, it's $244. So there you go. You're getting way more value than $88 just in that. Plus, you get to meet everybody else and connect and network with them. So, yeah. Register, come watch. I don't care if you come watch free. If you buy the VIP, that's amazing, and we can go much deeper and you'll get a lot more out of it. But just check it out. I'm going to be there. Watch the replays. It's going to be super powerful, and I'm super excited. So, all right, I am going up. Like I said, it's almost dinner time here, so I'm going to feed people, and I probably should not joke about this, but it's funny. I feed the stoners and drive the drunks. Not this early usually. That's later. This is dinner time, so depends on how late I stay out driving. So have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Stay safe. If you're here, stay cool. Or anywhere else that it's crazy hot, because I know there's a lot of places that it's been really crazy temperatures, crazy weather everywhere.